be the first to show up for this live. And hopefully everything is not too crazy and dramatic. But that might be a little entertaining. I don't know. I really gotta figure out how to get that video where other people can talk. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Waiting for Jolene, you're the first one to show up in the chat. Sweet. Good to see you, Jolene. How's your night going? Yeah. What time is it there? It looks like a Statue of Liberty, but then I look at it closer, I see chameleon. Yeah, what time is it in the UK right now? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you doing? Hey, Ozzy. Good morning, Ozzy. Afternoon, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Wow, it's yeah, it's about 9 here, so 7 hours back. And Ozzy, it should be about 9 o'clock there. How's the morning going, Ozzy? Had the coffee yet? Jolene, yeah, ever gonna travel outside of UK? You might have already traveled outside of UK, I don't know. Probably have been in Europe, going to other countries, possibly. Yeah. You had your coffee yet, man? Let's see. I'm guessing y'all can hear me clearly. Maybe it's a slow lag or something. I don't know, maybe it's the reception. If it's a bad reception, let me know. I think it's okay here because I'm close to a router or extender, whatever they put up in here. This thing they put up here, they just put it up recently. I don't know if that's an extender or a router. I've only been to Greece and France and Spain. Greece, France, and Spain. Wow. Yeah, Greece is a good trip for you. I hope you enjoyed your trips. I'm wondering which one you liked the best. I've been wanting to go to Spain myself. It's fun. Yeah. Drinking my coffee as we speak. Sweet, that's a good time to drink it, right? I just had some myself. So, you know, something weird happened to me today. Gotta be careful. I mean, right here in this area of the Philippines, we have a lot of those little small lizards. I see them sometimes I'll see one in the room, and we tend to have a lot of ants too. That was years ago. Laugh out loud. Yeah, span good. But the ants, that's the funny thing, or not funny thing. I picked up some bread today, and yeah, it's a little crazy. I started eating it, and then I put it down. I looked down at the bag that had the bread, and there was ants all over, and basically it looks like I wind up eating some ants on that bread because they were all over the place. I didn't realize it. I was like, oh man, I hope I'm not like gonna get sick or something. Started checking and stuff like that, and I was like, well, ants do anything, you know? But yeah, I mean, I guess it's okay. Most ants, I guess. I hear some places are selling stuff like that, so I guess it's okay. Yeah, us to flying ants. Wow. They get anywhere, laugh out loud. Yucky, I know. They were really, really small ones, but there was a bunch of them. And for some reason, we got really, really fast ants over here. Like I did a short video on these ants that were like super fast, like they drank a bunch of coffee or something. It's crazy. Yeah, drinking coffee, man, that's like one of my favorite things. When's y'all's birthday? You know, what, like month or whatever? And Dale, Reba's like hurry up, but I don't know the Andale part. They won't harm you unless they're mad ants or red ants. Oh. Hey, Ritzy. Hey. There was a lot of drama in that last live. I swear. On another peaceful live. Yeah, that one got crazy. I mean, it seemed like it was, to me, it seemed like it was in India and Pakistan banging heads against each other in that thing. I was quoting Speedy Gonzalez. Oh yeah, Speedy. Andale. Yeah, andale, arriba. Yeah, I used to love that show. Yeah, it's a war. Yeah, I think aren't they still having war out there? Or, I don't know, last time I heard they stopped. But yeah, I wound up having someone from Palestine in the live, someone in India in the live, and then they were like banging heads in the live. It was crazy. Yeah, you saw it. Oh, you saw it too? Yeah, I think everybody was in here on that live. Like you know, everybody that's anybody. My birthday is February. Yeah, and you get here in January, man. If I see you, then we can celebrate your birthday. Yes, Ritzy says. Jolene says, well, they fight all the time. I, I don't really follow it or know much about it, but I think I've heard of them fighting before. I don't know. Thank you for the hearts. Everyone was blaming Rosvita. I don't know if y'all had any thoughts or want to share your thoughts on it, but it's up to you. I mean, I pretty much think I shared my thoughts from what I knew about it, in that live. Anything interesting today where you guys are? I took a nice walk today. It was beautiful outside. I mean, the weather, and it tends to be hot here, but I went into a little restaurant across the street here. They call them calendarias, the Philippine style restaurant, and it's sort of like a cafeteria style, but they call them calendarias. Let's talk about another topic. Yeah, I mean, I figure maybe some people want to talk, some people don't. I don't get involved, I will just watch. And I also want to be able to, give people time to talk about it if they want to, because I don't know, maybe they need to put some input into it, what, everything. Ozzy says, I think I caught the tail end of that argument that was going on, and I think what happened is she gave 6ix9ine a timeout, but I don't know why. Yeah, it sounds like they had an argument. I didn't catch everything. Things were going crazy. Sounds like they had an argument, and then basically he said something she didn't like, which, maybe it was rough, or maybe it was a joke or something. And then she went back at him, and then she wound up timing him out. We don't need to talk about last stream again, Papa. Let's see. The sun has killed. Sure, we can get off of it. I just won't allow that freedom, though, if people feel like they need to talk about it. But a positive style environment is good. Papa, can I tell you a joke if you don't mind? Of course. I heard a good joke this morning, but I can't remember what it was. But that walk I went on, had something to eat, and I'm in this small town here, and it was so beautiful, man. I went to the shady areas and where the flowers and everything were, and some nice houses and so forth. Some really nice houses, and it was just such a beautiful walk. And it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't hot. It was, when the sun goes down and all that stuff, but it wasn't too dark. So it was a little dark, but not too dark. The sun has killed, sure, Greenway. Oh. I don't even know, our green, okay, I'm sorry, your greenery. I'm sorry, I misread it. Ritzy says, Papa, can I tell you a joke if you don't mind? Yeah. Yep, please do, Ritzy. Mr. Plumtree's in. He's from where the plum trees are. Good evening, host. Hi, everyone. Hello. Welcome back, Mr. Plumtree. And be back, got a phone call. Okay. Ritzy says, I talked to my rejected Austrian painter, Grandpa. He did one thing after that thing. Whereas Vita went to Pakistan with a gas can. Please, it's a joke. Okay, let me try to get it. You're welcome, Mr. Plumtree. Let's see. I know who the painter is. We figured someone else figured it out, and I got it. Let's see. He did one thing after that thing. Oh, hold on. Rosvita went to Pakistan with a gas can. Oh my gosh. Rosvita went to Pakistan with a gas can. Yeah, I never thought about how things could be, when you're having a live and you're very open door with different countries and letting them in. I never thought about there would be a possibility that two countries really are fighting against each other, and then all of a sudden there's a problem. That didn't cross my mind, and then I was like, oh my gosh, it was wild. How's it going over there in Africa, Mr. Plumtree family? Is it still hot? I think you told me it was hot last time. It was real hot. I've been having a lot of people say it's really hot here. And how's the weather there, Ozzy? Because it's probably pretty hot there, would it be in July? The weather here is hot, but like I said, it cooled off. We had a wind blow in, and I was doing that walk, and it was like perfect weather then. So it went from hot to perfect. Anything interesting where you're at, Mr. Plumtree? Going on? Any interesting news? I haven't heard much news going on here in the Philippines to really talk about, but I just see some crazy things over in the U.S. Let's see, I think still Venus and Mike right done. It's Venus. Oh, hey Venus. Hello Venus, good to see you. Let's see, Mr. Plumtree and family. No, in June, July is very cold. Oh, okay. So is, what's the months that it's not that it's the opposite, like it's hot? Over here, we're starting to get like well, I thought it was going to be rainy, but it's not. Hasn't been rainy. Ritzy says, Papa, I have to do a speech on Monday on a famous place. Can you tell me what I can do in that? I think, everyone in here might have an idea. I'll think of something, a famous place. Of course, the Vatican is hugely famous over by Italy. And from what I understand, I don't know if it's a country or what it is, but I don't think it's a country. I don't know what you would call that, but it's hugely famous. And from what I understand, they do a no divorce law there. So I don't think it's a country, because the only country I know in the world that does a no divorce law is the Philippines. So that's an interesting thing, little tidbit. But as far as famous, to me, everywhere is famous to me. It's just everybody has a different style of fame. But going to be about 80 today. Well, that's not too bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I like being in the 70s on my weather. So that's why I like in the Philippines going up into the Baguio mountain area, because it's like perfect there. It's always like 70s. Let's see, Ritzy says, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Oh, thank you. I'm the Warden 5. Light does again for Mike and Venus. I'm the Warden V. I'm the Warden V. Warden V, okay. That looks like it's different. Light done again for my convenience. I appreciate your like. And let's see. Warden? Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see, light done. Ozzy says, I'm going to be driving up to Maine for a few days, visiting my daughter in Bar Harbor, and then have to go to a Waking funeral on Wednesday and Thursday. I sort of giggle on that because I think about at our age, we start having funerals all the time, around us, people we know and everything. But safe travels on your trip. Let's see, you said that was going to be, okay, just said for a few days. That should be cool, visiting your daughter up in Bar Harbor. That's always a wonderful moment. Father and daughter time together. Let's see, funeral on Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, Wednesday and Thursday's funeral. Mr. Plumtree says, hottest in Southern Africa, it's December, January, February, and it's raining. So it's a hot and rainy time during December, January, and February, which is the opposite of the U.S., because that's like the coldest time, especially January and February in the U.S. So I will try to remember that. Hottest time, South Africa, is the same as coldest time in the U.S. It's weird how things are different around the world. Hello, Miss Plumtree. Let's see. I'm back. All right, Jolene, welcome back. Yep, says Ozzy. Ritzy says, give me some time. I could change. I could try. Promise I want to do this again. I got a feeling she's throwing a lyric out there to something. Some time. I could change. I could try. Promise I want to do this again. Mr. Plumtree says, I mean in December, January, it's hot and raining. Okay. Yeah, February, it's still freezing cold over in the U.S. Um, but what was I forgot what I was talking about. So now it should be pretty nice in South Africa. If anybody wants to travel now to South Africa, there you go. Let's see. I'm not happy because we don't have snow. Oh, that's what I remember. Ritzy was trying to get that famous place. I mean, another famous place would be Mount Everest, the tallest place in the world. I mean, I also would consider Antarctica because it's so different. Let's see. Ozzy says, "Yeah, hoping to take the canoe out for the first time." So it must be over in Maine. That canoe. Is it on Walden Pond? Walden's like one of my favorite books in over 5 years, so I might be uploading another canoe video. Sweet. When you do that, post it in here and people can check it out if you want to. This is a joke, so don't take it seriously. People, what you call a blind German man, a Nazi, a Nazi. That's a bad joke. I'm just picking with you. Let's see. Everest is also good. Am I a proud fan, Papa? Yeah, Ritzy is a proud fan. Appreciate the hearts. Saying fast. I didn't want to say it fast. That's why I meant to literally not say it fast. Yeah, I gave the canoe to my daughter. Oh, that was nice of you. So, what else would be a popular place? The Grand Canyon over in the U.S. And you know, if you Google the 7 Wonders of the World, I think that's what it's called. So that would, all those places. See what Ozzy says. He's not Ozzy Osbourne. 6'7". Ah, there you go. 5'7". Yeah, I was like, dude, I thought it was 5'7". Not 6'7". Yeah, let's don't speed it up. and he's got a son that's 6'10". Are you that tall too, Ozzy? If you have a son that's 6'10", I'm wondering, you're probably 6 something. Maybe 6'7". Let's see, Ozzy Crosby, I'm 99. Thank you for the hearts. I mean, I consider the Walden Pond from Henry David Thoreau's Walden book a famous place too, because of the significance that it had for Henry David Thoreau. And Henry David Thoreau, by the way, he inspired, Gandhi was inspired by Henry David Thoreau, and also Martin Luther King Jr. was inspired by Henry David Thoreau. All three are very much peaceful people, into peace. And Ritzy says it's nice to see that you still have all your faculties. Sits for, oh, thanks. I remember stuff, I guess. Sits for, man. I'm 9'9". Ritzy's loving some nines today. I'm 200 years old. Sometimes I feel like I'm 200 years old. At 100 than me. 100 more. 100. Thank you for the hearts. So yeah, when I was out walking, I saw some beautiful flowers. A lot of them were yellow flowers. And I saw a lot of peaceful dogs, and there was this cat and this dog. They were playing with each other like crazy. Yeah, they were like on top of each other, rolling around and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I draw interest in this kind of stuff. To me, it's all beautiful. Laugh out loud. Mine are dead because of this heat. Are you talking about your dogs are dead? There was one I passed by and he looked. I was like, "Is this dude dead?" But apparently he was sleeping. But I didn't know. I mean, no flowers. Oh, the flowers. Oh, okay. Woo! Good thing it wasn't the dogs. Let's see. Joe, how old are you? 47. Yep. 57, 47. Yeah, that one person was talking about young on our lives. We don't just have young. We have everything. XX says, if you get kicked out of 109 countries, are you the problem, or is it the countries that are at fault? Get kicked out of 109 countries? I mean, sounds like you're a problem. But did you get kicked out of 109 countries, XX? Maybe this is a joke. My mom's also 48. When I read that, I thought it was Jolene's, and I was like, come on now, 48, mama, and you're 47? Let's see, you're the problem, laugh out loud. I don't think anybody's been kicked out of 109 countries. I mean, you could probably write a book about that story. But yeah, I think Jolene's right. Yeah, I mean, if that happened, what'd you get kicked out for is what I'm wondering. Let's see, Ozzy says, my daughter lives next to the ocean, but we don't take the canoe in salt water. Yeah, I figured you probably wouldn't want to do that. We will be staying on George's Pond. Okay. I'm not familiar with that. Is this area of Maine, is it like far North Maine, or is it South Maine or Central Maine? Let's see, effect, speed, 60, ratio 61. Yes, name, I have no idea what that is. Ritzy, I have no idea what you're doing. Michael, the great papa. So Jolene sounds like a flower person. What's your favorite flower, people? For me, I don't know. Of course, I'm not really a flower person, I guess, but they are beautiful. The rose. red rose. I've got loads. Mid-Maine on the coast, okay. I don't know for sure, but I think the Walden Pond, I think is like around the mid-Maine, but not on the coast area. Not now, mine. Now mine. I've got loads, but not now mine. Oh yeah, I know. Sorry. But she's not crying, she's laughing. So that's the way to do, just laugh it off. You know? That's like sort of like my hair. It's disappearing, right? Just laugh about it. My favorite flower is dandelion. Dandelion. Oh yeah, those are all over the place in the U.S. Those little yellow flowers, little puffy style flowers. For me, I keep thinking about sunflower for some reason. Maybe because I'm a guy and it's so big. But I do remember my grandma's favorite flower, which was very beautiful. It had a long name, hydrangea. I'm not sure if I said it right. Hydrangea. Yeah, she had some beautiful violet ones in her yard. I thought they were so, you know, I think that would be my favorite. Same as my grandma. Yeah. And in the Philippines, they call that Lola. Lolo for grandpa and Lola for grandma. I would have to say the rose, let's see. Ritzy says, I'm giving my crown to Papa. You're a king now. Everyone respect to Papa's authority. I'm not a king. I'm just a dude doing a vlog, you know, doing live and doing a channel. That's all I am, just some dude. Jolene, I can't tell, is that a big smile or she's smiling because she thinks it's crazy what he said, what Ritzy just said, probably. Let's see, we're picking on you, Ritzy. Let's see, you have wavy hair. It's waving bye-bye. Good one, Ozzy. I gotta use that one. It's like that when people talk about the diet, I say, oh, you must be on a seafood diet. All the food you see, you want to eat. Ozzy, and I love when you saying Papa. When you're saying Papa, I love when oh, really? You love when I say Papa? The whole Sri Lanka is where Ritz is from. I'd be interested to maybe watch a video, see how they talk over there, so I can imagine how Ritzy talks. I did watch. I had some people tell me about like their favorite music and stuff, so I went and watched some of their stuff that they like. Let's do that here. I don't think you were there, Ritz. I was trying to figure out, was Ritzy there? I know Jolene and Ozzy wasn't around. So what's one of your favorite jams of any genre? But both of them were, you know, they were young and they gave me some rap music to listen to. And one of them was pretty wild. The other one was, I liked the other one. It was an Indian rapper. And the dude, I was surprised because when I watched that video, the dude was like old. Like, I think he was older than me. I will never have to worry about going bald. I still have thick hair, but it's white. Yeah, just like Ozzy Osbourne, right? He's still got his hair going on, but it's not white. But thick hair that's white. My uncle was like that. And this dude stopped me. You remind me of a story. This morning, I walked out or was it yesterday morning? Oh my gosh, now I am losing my mind. I think it was yesterday morning. Anyway, I walked out. I went to go get some hot bread that I buy, which is that Panda Salt bread I was just talking about. And I'm coming back home. Thank you for the hearts. Coming back home, and this dude stops me, Philippine guy, right? He stops me and he says, Philippine people are stupid. This is him talking to me. He says, Philippine people are stupid. I'm like, uh-oh, what's he gonna say? And he said, he's pointing over at the road. He said, look at this, look at all the traffic. And they need a crosswalk over here. They don't have a crosswalk. And he said, there's too many accidents right here and everything. He's just letting that, and he's talking about all the politics and stuff that, and everything. He's getting real political about everything. And he just keeps on and on. It was funny. And I'm like, okay, I'm just listening. And then we talk a little bit about Baguio because that's where he was from. Anyway, he didn't want to let me go, and I'm just standing there forever and ever, and he's still talking and talking. And it's not a very enjoyable conversation because he keeps talking bad about the politics stuff. And I think I said, well, the politics stuff is like bad everywhere or something like that, all over the world. And then finally, I said, let me make up something. I'm like, oh, I gotta take this bread to the family. I almost forgot they're waiting for me, just so I could get away from them. But yeah, I mean, he's a really old guy, and he had that hair like you got the white hair and really thick. That's what made me think of it. Really thick white hair, like you have, Ozzy, and you don't see that very often in the Philippines, Even when they get older, they usually got dark hair. So he really stood out. Come to find out a little bit about him, he was from the mountains of Baguio, but he was also he said medical engineer is what it sounded like he said. Have you ever heard of medical engineer? Because I never heard of that. I've been meaning to Google it, and I haven't seen it. Well, I haven't looked it up yet. I love when you're saying Papa, they say yes, and then I'm from Sri Lanka. Papa, I'm from Sri Lanka. Papa, I'm from Sri Lanka. See, Ozzy says, I will never have to worry about going by. I already saw that one. Listen to pretty much everything except rap. Oh, what I just did. A little short rhyming. I like some of the older stuff on the rap, but this new stuff I don't listen to much. Just a little bit, but not much. Gangster Paradise is one of my favorite songs. Yeah, from Coolio. I think you were singing that one time in here. Let's see, I do like DMC, Run DMC, yeah, me too. I went to their concert, but they didn't show up. I think he's rock. Talking about that guy. Beastie Boys too. You might have heard me talking about the Beastie Boys and the Run DMC, because that's a couple of my favorites. But I mean, I actually grew up in the city. Later moved out to the country and the mountains and the beach, so I've stayed different places, so I'm a little mixed up. But anyway, you deleted a message, Ritzy? Okay. Ozzy says, I wonder why that is. Maybe it's all the fluoride in the water here. Jolene says, no, sweet, I haven't. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, actually, my favorite rap group, I'd say, is Beastie Boys. Well, there's not many rap groups. I don't know about my favorite rap. Oh, yeah, I do. I like some of Pitbull's stuff. It sort of gets old after a while, though, but there's let's see, what is it called? About Can't Stop the Party. Can't Stop the Party by Pitbull, yeah. Now the video, Has a lot of ladies in it, so Jolene, you might not care about watching that, but I don't know. He definitely got through a couple. He definitely got through a couple. Splurge, thought you just put typhoon there. Yes, it was okay. Oh, okay. Fluoride in the water, turning out hair white. Maybe if I started jumping in the lake every day to wash my hair, I would get my blonde hair back. Let's see, started jumping in the water every day. I doubt it, bro. I mean, you could try it. Yeah, you could do a video about that. You could say, "Will I get my hair back to blonde? Let's see. I'm gonna be jumping in the water and let's see what happens." I've IEV seen it loads. So I didn't hear what kind of music. What was like one of your favorite jams? I think you said anything but rap. I think you said never mind. And yeah, so never mind. But most of the time, actually, I listen to country music. Most of the time. I mean, that's like my majority of the time, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. Majority of the time, yeah. If you had white hair early, it means you are low on copper. Oh, we got a health person in here, it sounds like. Are you a nutritionist or a natural medicine shop owner or something, Jolene? You grew up listening to country? Yeah, that's my favorite. One song that I found lately that I didn't really know is called Joe Knows How to Live by Eddie Raven. That song was probably done about 1980. And it really fits the kind of life that I have. You should listen to it. You might know it, Ozzy. But it really fits the type of a life I have over here. It's pretty cool. Laugh out loud. I see doctor videos. I like. That was a really loud motorcycle. Let's see. I like knowing. I think it's a motorcycle. I like knowing about the human body. Me too. I mean, especially as we get old, I want to know that. And actually, if I had to start all over again, I think I would choose, because it's like the most important thing, to be alive and have time to be alive, so to have your health right. But I think I would choose family doctor to be as a profession. But, some of the governmental stuff that gets involved with that might suck. And maybe I shouldn't use that word. I hope it didn't bother anybody. Anyway, yes, I've heard that before, Jolene. Yeah, I like watching those YouTube videos about medical, human body, stuff like that. And nutrition. I'm big on, actually I need to take a vitamin. I don't take them every day, but I try to take them every now and then. Papa, I have to eat. I'll be back, okay? Okay. Hope you enjoy your food. Let us know what you eat when you come back, because I'm nosy like that. I remember the song. Oh, you do? Yeah, Joe Knows How to Live. Yeah, I love that, man. And, some other music, I don't know what you like, but, I like the older country stuff, like Don Williams, Charlie Rich, Glenn Campbell, and then getting into the 80s, Shenandoah, a lot of good stuff, Of course, I'm closer to where I grew up, is closer to Nashville, Tennessee area. Now, Jolene, as far as Beastie Boys, No Sleep Till Brooklyn would be big for me. And Paul Revere was pretty wild and crazy. And You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party. Yeah. What do you, Jolene? I think you're still here. What's like what's your favorite Beastie Boys song? They're all pretty. I mean, that record is just awesome. I mean, the first one. Then they started going into some different type music with like Sabotage and stuff like that. That was different. I like loads of country. Billy Joe Spears. Billy Joe Spears. Oh, you're talking about. Are you talking about what's her name? Miley Cyrus, Billy Joe Cyrus, maybe? Billy Joe Cyrus. I remember the song, and then yep, all those are what I was listening to. Like Don Williams. I like his just relaxed, chill stuff. Don Williams. I had like his hits that had like tons and tons of music on it. I don't have it here. It's in the U.S. I guess it's still there. What you just said. Oh, okay. Yeah, Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah. Blanket on the Ground. Oh, okay. Billy Ray sings Blanket on the Ground. I'm not familiar with that one. I put it in your computer. Okay. I'll check it out. Oh, you're talking about the Billy Joe Sears, maybe. Anyway, I'll put Blanket on the Ground song and see what pops up. Blanket on the Ground. Oh, it is Billy Joe Spears. I'm assuming this must be a person from UK. And it says here, the person who posted it said, "This song is amazing. It brings back memories with my dear wife as we had 49 wonderful years together prior to her going to heaven." That sounds very good. I'm gonna turn this around so y'all can see. This is Billy Joe Spears, Blanket on the Ground. I would definitely listen to it. And from that statement there, I will most likely, I'll most likely like it. Which reminds me of something I was trying to remember. Oh, yeah. Filipina singer here has this awesome song. It's something about, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Let me see if I have it on here. Strange. Johnny Cash, Chris Stapleton. I don't remember that name of that song, but if I ever figure it out, I'll let y'all know. But yeah, I would recommend listening to it. It's in English. Yes, Johnny Cash, Chris Stapleton. Yeah, a lot of people love the Chris Stapleton song, which was a song from George Jones. Can't think of the name of it. And Johnny Cash, I did karaoke on Johnny Cash song, I Fell In, and y'all know the other part after that, I'm sure. It's just names, huh? Oh, okay. So, Jerry Reed. You know, Ray Stevens is sick right now. But he's had a heart thing that he might have recovered from it, but I saw it in the news, Jerry Reed made me think because they're sort of both funny guys, you know. Ray Stevens does really, really funny, more funny on country. But Jerry Reed was awesome. I was Smoking the Bandit, man. That's some good stuff. Yeah, Ring of Fire, exactly. And his wife, she used to sing with him too. She was not bad either. Guitar Man, yep, that's a good one. Yeah, he's good. I like Jerry Reed. He's real cool. And then some of that, what was C.W. McCall stuff, the truck driver dude? Or, yeah, he was a truck driver, did the Convoy. And it was Red Savine. So you like the Shadows. The Shadows? Who's the Shadows, Julie? Is that where maybe his wife is from a group called the Shadows? I don't know. Or shall I Google it? Who is the Shadows? Okay, British instrumental rock band. Have not heard of them. I'll listen to them too, though. I'm assuming that you like the Shadows. Originally formed back in the 50s. Interesting. Started as the Drifters. Now I've heard of the Drifters. I don't know, but I thought that was an American group, but maybe there's two Drifters. Yep. Yeah, I'll take a listen to both of those. I would play it right now if it wasn't for a copyright issue on it. And you know what's weird? That last live where all that drama stuff happened, I tried to post that live and YouTube wouldn't let me. So something happened. I don't know what's going on with that live. But yeah. And I couldn't even look at the notes on it because I wanted to see what happened in that live exactly. But I couldn't look at the notes and couldn't get it posted or nothing. It was weird. Only a few sing like that. Sing I like. Only a few songs that I like for the Shadows. Only a few songs I like is what it sounds like. Listen to Apache. Okay, I'll listen to Apache with the Shadows. Let me put in that so I don't forget. That dude looks like Buddy Holly. This guy from the Shadows. Check it out. It looks like Buddy Holly, the American guy, American singer. And Ozzy probably knows Buddy Holly, but I'm sure he does. But I don't know if you know Buddy Holly or anybody else knows Buddy Holly. Yeah, I remember. Oh, you do remember Buddy Holly? So, just trying to keep conversation going and everything, so you don't get bored. Anyway, because I don't know who's in here. It says one person, but I mean, let's say what's your favorite food, Jolene? So what happened about your life? Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know what's happened, but I tried to go to that live and post it. Because if I don't post it, I don't get any like watch hours from it. And sometimes I don't post things if I feel like I shouldn't. But you know, I didn't think that was a big deal. I mean, it wasn't bad or whatever, right, in my opinion. I mean, people disagree or whatever. But when I went back to post it, it wouldn't post, and I went to look at the comments too, and I couldn't look at the comments. That's all. I mean, that's all I know. So somehow it's like stopped, and that live, we had so many people and everything. So the watch hours on that live would have been great to get. I mean, greater than anything I've ever gotten, really. And so because everybody was there, everybody. But when you put tons of people in a room, it's probably going to be a fight, especially if it's a bar. So YouTube being viewed on it. That's what I'm thinking. They're reviewing it. Probably somebody said something and they're probably reviewing it. That's what I think. And, I don't think there's anything to worry about. I know somebody brought up something about you can't have a moderator at that age, but I Googled it and that wasn't true. I mean, I don't see anything to worry about it. But that's what happened, and it's tough as far as like trying to get to the point where you get monetized with YouTube, because it's sort of crazy, because when you're doing YouTube and you put stuff out there, they're going to put ads on your stuff. They're going to make money from that and then give you nothing until you reach a high level. And then when you reach a high level, they start giving you part of the money from the ads that they put on your stuff. But that whole time could be like a year, could be years, and they make money off of that, and then they don't give the people anything. It's, a lot of things that are not cool to me, but that's life, and that's business, and that's how it is. But anyway, YouTube being viewed on it, yeah. And no, getting nothing to do with kids. Kids got their own YouTube channel. Yeah, no, got nothing to do with kids. Kids get their own YouTube channel. Oh, as far as kids getting their own YouTube channel, right now, there's probably some kind of age on setting up a channel, maybe. I'm not sure. But I know they're about to start what's today's date? Yeah, I think it's in 3 days. They start this new rule where you have to be, I think it's 16, I believe it is, 15, 16, to have a channel. You have to, if you're under that age, you can do it, but you have to have somebody with you that's an adult in order to have the channel. So that dude, Noah, that's going to blow for him. And also the AI people, they're starting new stuff for them where they're going to get shut down. People that are creating AI stuff and putting it out there, that's what everybody's saying, but I haven't really looked at the news on it to really know exactly what that AI stuff is going to be. I don't do AI, so I'm not really concerned with it. But yeah, restrict. Y'all know all about that in England. Restrict. But anyway, no, get nothing do. Is it 13 or 16? The new rule on that? I was thinking it was 15 or 16. But it could be 13. I can't remember exactly, because that doesn't affect me either. I'm not doing a YouTube channel I'm not a kid doing a YouTube channel. I just act like a kid doing a YouTube channel. Let's see, well, most YouTube channels is what they say over 18. Now, I mean, one thing is that when you set up your channel, is you need to put no, it's not for kids. It's not made for kids, and that way you're like protected. So it doesn't go out to kids. They're not trying to send it to kids. They're just putting it out there in general. And now if you put that it is made for kids, and they try to send it over to the kids. And if you do that though, you know, and the kids are watching it, then basically, yeah, they could like stop your channel if you say it's for kids, but it really isn't when you set up a channel. And then like my channel, it's like a general channel, so a kid can come and watch it, but they, you know, they'd have to search more for it. It's not going to be pushed out to them. But if they search for Philippines expat Mikipino, then they could find my channel and they could go to it. Well, most YouTube channels watch to watch, they say over 18. Okay. Yep, I think I caught up on everything there. Hope all that made sense. Could you understand me well on that? Or have any more questions about that? Oh, you do understand it. Yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask. I mean, because since I'm in the business of doing it, I keep learning and learning and learning. And I give out that information, you know, for people in case they know they want to do it, or they might know someone that wants to do it. They'll know it. But I eventually believe, though, that AI would take over, and I've heard this, you know, take over our kind of content too, and we'll be out of a job, just like a lot of places get out of a job. I mean, we have call centers over here in the Philippines. It's very popular, call centers in the Philippines, because the pay is so low. It's crazy low. So companies from England, US, whatever, will hire Filipinos that speak awesome English, or maybe you think they might not speak awesome English, some of them, but you know, some I guess awesome and some maybe not so awesome. But anyway, those places are being taken over by AI, and so the computers are going to be doing that kind of stuff. You know, that's one example. Even programmers. You know, actually one of my friends today, he was into programming, and he told me the same thing, which I had already heard about it. Programmers kicked out of jobs because of AI. You know, it's just crazy. That's why I call it destructive intelligence, and they need to, I think they need to control it instead of half of the people losing their jobs from it. You know, because I think it will be that bad. Yeah, AI will be the end of us. Yeah, see what I'm talking about? I mean, I know some people are like scared of it or worried about it or whatever, like my mom is. She worried about that. And it's not that the technology I'm like worried about, but I see the effects of what it can do to take so many jobs away. And you know, it's crazy. Who's going to benefit? The businesses will benefit, but the people that spend the money on these businesses and everything, you know, are you soon? So I don't know how it's going to go. See you soon. Got to go to shop now. Shop now? Sounds like you have a shop. I didn't know that. But yeah, okay. Take care. It's good to see you, Jolene. Looks like it might just be me and Oz. I could sing a lullaby, Oz, if you need some sleep. Now, if you have any questions, I know you're talking about coming over to the Philippines in January. You looking forward to it? We'll just have our conversation. I got to get a video thing set up on this. Only thing I can find out where I can set up where someone can talk so far. Oh, there is a way. It's 10 a.m. here. What did I say to you? Oh, about the lullaby. Yeah, I forgot. There is a way we can do it if you wanted to pop in on the video. I'm sorry, someone showed up. Basically, I got a link I can send from here over to your email, and then you click on it, and then you're in here. So that's up to you if you want to do that. I can definitely do that. Other than that, I've seen like where I can go to a third party and buy something and do it that way. But still there's links involved and stuff like that. Anyway, let's see what's being said. Have you heard the news about Tasmania? No, I haven't. What about Tasmania? I mixed feelings on the trip. Why you say that, man? Oh, you're talking about the Philippines? You want to, if you put email on here, I can send that over to your email if you want to do video. It's up to you. You'll be the first person I've done it with, so you'll be the guinea pig. Nobody's, I haven't tried it with anybody. Usually, I like to try it when there's like hardly anyone in here to try it out, but I'm not crazy about flying. Oh, Ozzy, flying is the scariest thing to me. That and bats. I don't like bats. And which I'm willing to go to this bat cave over here now that I know there's no rabies in them, but I still don't like them. But anyway, I might do a video of that bat cave thing. Yeah, it's super scary. I hate flying. What I did, liquor, to get my mind off of it. What I drink? Jack Daniels. I went, and here's a recommendation: go to the store, pick up the Jack Daniels. Because if you're into drinking, if you're not into drinking, then whatever. But don't buy it on the plane. Is what I was getting at, because the price is a lot more than going to the store and getting it. So I got those little bottles of Jack because you can't get anything too big and bring with you. They won't allow it, but the little bottles you can bring in. I think there's a limit though of, I want to say 3. It may be more than that. The first time I ever got on a plane was in 2019. My friend and I went to Florida to go fishing. I'm no fan of Jack Daniels. Well, I mean something. If that helps you, something to drink. That's what I'm getting at. I know I drank gin one time too. But anyway, now to me, I'd rather do the big plane, like coming here, than to do those small planes, because you probably got on a small plane going over to Florida, and to me, that is horrific, bro. Horrific, because it's like so lightweight and there's so much moving, and I felt like, yeah, to me that's horrible. We've been to Florida 2 other times, and I've been on a bunch of planes, and every time I hate it. So you flew, sounds like you flew, well, you said the first time you flew, so you must have did the vehicle the other times then, which in North Carolina, when I went to Florida, I always did a vehicle. We were on a big plane. Okay, did a big plane. I went from North Carolina to New York, and it was a small plane. So I didn't know about Florida to New York. But yeah, it was horrific. That I really don't like. But I did do it over here too, now I think about it. It wasn't as bad. the plane seemed more sturdy and everything. Maybe it was built better. I think it was newer or whatever. I'm not sure. But it wasn't as bad, but it was still bad. I flew from Cebu. I flew from one of the islands. I can't remember. I want to say Cebu, up to Manila. And to do something like that, just let you know, you could get it maybe $100 or maybe less than that. If you get it, depends on where you get it from and what time and all that stuff. I think you could get it less if you do it right. No, we were in a big plane each time. Okay. Guess the other person didn't tell us about Tasmania. Man. I don't know, there's some weird stuff always popping in that tends to be the same kind of stuff. They're obsessed with like Tasmania. They're obsessed with, some of them are obsessed with Trump. Anyway. Yeah, I still got to figure out a good way to do that though, because I've had quite a few people tell me they want to do the video pop up. Well, when I say quite a few, I think it was 2. I know some other people might have talked with about it, but I don't think they ever said they wanted to do it. So 2, maybe 3. Waylon said he might do it some. That's right. So like 2.5. Be cool to see Waylon. I mean, that guy, he's a pretty smart dude. So if we go to the Philippines, it will be my friend and his brother. Sounds like you say if we go. Sounds like you're wanting to back out. I wish I could get my daughter over here. You know, she sort of wants to come. She's like 50-50. His brother lived in the Philippines for 3 or 4 years. I remember you talking about you had a friend over here. I think your friend's in Manila. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. So where's your friend at, if you don't mind? So if we go to the Philippines, it will be my friend and his brother. That would be awesome, man. I mean, well, it depends. I guess it would be awesome. His brother lived in the Philippines for 3 or 4 years. Yeah, that must have been, I think that's who you were talking about. You said that you knew someone that came over here, and I guess they went back to the U.S., and that's how you got interested in the Philippines. It's like a totally different world over here, and I mean, what intrigues you the most about the Philippines? Let's put it that way. And then that way, what intrigues you the most? His brother is living back in the States. Yeah, that must be who you're talking about. What intrigues you the most to make you think about coming over here? Maybe it's the women. Most of the time, it's because, people. Well, it wasn't my idea to go to the Philippines. Oh, okay. It's my friend's idea because he wants to be able to go over there and live cheap. Okay. So if you came, you plan on staying? Or you plan on going back? I think you plan on staying. Am I right? As far as the money thing, yeah. I mean, at retirement, yeah, like if you're in your situation, I would want to, unless there's something holding me back there, I would definitely wouldn't let the plane bother me. Like I've done. This is my second trip, so I've been on the plane and came and then went back. Every single time I get on a plane, I hate it. But you look at the stats, there's thousands of planes up in the air every day, I'm assuming. Let me Google that. I would think there's probably over 1,000 planes every day. And you don't hear about it often. You do hear about it, but not often. But how many planes are in flight every day? On a typical day, there are approximately 100,000 flights every day. So there you go. So every month, that is 3 million flights. 3 million flights every year, 30 million, 360 million, whatever. So almost 1 billion flights every year. Commercial, that's commercial. That's not even counting the other stuff. So that's what I think about. Okay, the stats are there, you know. Let's see, catch up on what you said here. Well, we were going to visit over there for 2 weeks in January and then try and set something up to get an apartment there. My friend said that we could live pretty comfortably on $1,000 a month. Okay, I assume you're talking about each person, $1,000 a month. Could live pretty comfortable, and it sounds like y'all are gonna stay at the same apartment, and then be able to bank money at the same time. It's good you're explaining this stuff. Are you still here, Ozzy? Because it says 0. But you're a moderator, so that's probably why. According to Waylon, what Waylon was teaching me. But it sounds like y'all are gonna share a place, and he's saying that basically 1,000 a month from each person. Yes, 1,000 a month each person. Okay, and share a place too is the plan, or a separate place? Share a place. Okay, so you could get if you want a nice big place to give y'all plenty of room and everything. See, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean under 1,000. Yeah, under 1,000. So let's just go with 900, and then the other money. And I'm talking about, you know, a good, nice kind of place. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could get a rougher place and pay half of that. That wouldn't be as nice. His brother had a 2-bedroom for 500. Oh wow, that's awesome. And yeah, there's places like that, 2-bedroom for 500. I mean, here's something crazy, and I got to do a video about it, but I'll just give you a heads up. There's people here, and I haven't been to these, but there's people here that go and buy these huts. I know you don't want to do that, I'm sure, but they only pay 1,000. I mean, actually, they pay like 900 and something dollars for this. It's pretty wild. Let's see. His brother had 2-bedroom for 500. That was around 2015. Yeah. 500. Yes. I mean, for example, there's a place that I could go to and have a 1-bedroom apartment for $200, and I know other people that's done it, other foreign people. So you could do that, and then you could do this. Now, I wouldn't say it's like this kind of thing is not like the nicest kind of place. The nicest kind of place, like a really nice new and all that kind of stuff, then that would be probably closer to like almost 1,000 or 900, something like that. Anyway, so yeah, I would just wonder, if that's what you want, or if you want something closer to 900. But I think you're looking somewhere between 500 to 1,000, let's say, somewhere in that area. And you also considering the time frame you said was 2015. So I would still say 500 to 1,000 as far as the place goes. And as far as care goes, you know, if you need personal care and all that kind of stuff, you know, as we get older, that stuff is dirt cheap here, you know. Getting help from people and services, any kind of services, is dirt cheap. So that's one factor I really like about the whole age thing as far as being over here and retiring. That's why I wish my mom would come over, because that kind of expenses over in the U.S. is just a ripoff. And yeah, I mean, your food's going to be cheaper. I mean, all the stuff's going to be cheaper pretty much, except for some of the goods. Some of the goods are pretty much the same kind of price as the U.S. They're pretty close. Like if I went out and bought a fan or something like that. Now you can buy this box that you can put on a ship and put a bunch of stuff in it and put that on the ship and have it sent over here. It will take a long time, probably 2-3 months, maybe longer. And load that up, and it's you know, not a bad price on it. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. I'm on disability now, and I get my pension at 64. I mean, I highly recommend it, not only because of that kind of stuff like that, but also it's like living in paradise. And, you know, if you're going to try to live off $1,000 in the U.S., you're going to be really skimping it. But if you're trying to live off 1,000 here, then you can be like a king, you know, depending on other factors too. But for me, because I don't have expenses back home except for my phone, I've still got my phone number over there. And I got some insurance on my truck right now over in the U.S. So I have a little expense, but not much from the U.S. Matter of fact, it's not even $100 a month for those two things that I got over there. What I did is to keep my number and keep my phone thing going, I lowered the plan to as low as I could get it. Ritzy, what'd you eat? What'd you eat for dinner? See what they eat in Sri Lanka. Here, their main dish, that they call it the main dish, is rice. And ate some eggs today. Cool. Omelets. Omelets. And it's wild because if I'm with someone, they make sure they start eating their rice first. The Filipinos, they'll start eating their rice first, and they'll just worry about the meat and other stuff later. And they just want to make sure that they finish that rice. It's funny. Yeah, here alone, we also have rice. Yeah, I figured Asia, you know, you're in South Asia. I ate rice with omelets. Do y'all eat rice? I mean, in the Philippines, the people normally eat it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't, but the people, the locals, eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They want rice every meal. How about you guys? Do y'all eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner too? And the great thing, I mean, one of my greatest factors about being over here is that the people speak English. You know, I mean, there's a lot of great countries out here, you know. I mean, Sri Lanka might be a great country, I don't know. But there's tons, you know. But how many of them are very, very, very good at English. Like Philippines, they have so many call centers because they're very, very good at English that they really, really push that. And they're very much into the whole American, loving the American thing and everything like that. Anyway, we have bread for breakfast. Okay, bread. I am the only one here. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, Ritzy, me and Ozzy were just talking about, he's talking about maybe coming over and just helping him know how life is over here and comparing it with other places and so forth. I didn't really care for Korea. I was in Korea for a year. Of course, it could be a lot different now. It was a long time ago. But I really didn't care for Korea. But I've been in Philippines over 2 years and love it. And I've been in some other countries that I would put like in the middle. Korea would be at the bottom, Philippines would be here, and the other countries would be in the middle. Have no health insurance. I don't either. I don't have health insurance, but that's another great thing here that you could get it really cheap, the health insurance. And another great thing, if you decide to take it back to the U.S., it's transferable to go over to the U.S. and still keep paying that low price on it, which is something I might do because I might have to go to the U.S. because I don't have an income. So my situation is different than yours. At least you have an income. But I'm living off about $300 a month. So let's see, Ritzy says, I'm making this for a purpose. Did you work in World War? I'm asking this for a purpose. Did you work in World War? No, I was not in any World War. 1 or 2. That's a little bit before our time. Ritzy says, your new video made me laugh. Go on with that. You talking about the rooster farm? I know I did some short ones that were like interview stuff, but the long one was the rooster farm, the last one I did. Who missed me? Effa? Did you change your name? EFA? I'm not familiar with EFA. But hi, Unc. Maybe you came in, but it was a long time ago. Hello, Effa. The Ram. Wow, the Ram's here from New Zealand. Hello, New Zealand. Welcome, New Zealand. How you doing? I think, out of the ones that show up quite a bit lately has been everyone was in it earlier, the live, except for the Ram. It was crazy. That funny video. Oh, you're talking about. Yeah, you're talking about the one where I'm like serious in the beginning, and then I did the comedy sketch, and then I was serious at the end, asking for feedback on it, because I'm trying to. I would like to do comedies. I like that kind of thing. I like doing that, right? Creating that kind of stuff. So I want to do work that I like to do, that I love to do. So what I do about the Philippines, the interesting things in the Philippines, I love that kind of stuff. I love getting out here and talking to goats or cows or I know that sounds crazy, talking to goats and cows and checking out chickens and oceans and all sorts of stuff. That kind of stuff I love. So I love doing that. So it's great. So that's why I do my videos on is stuff like that, and eating different types of food that I never eat. That's fun too. But I do like the comedy stuff too. So I've been wanting to figure out how to do that with my serious and my interesting and videos and educational videos. Let's see. Grandpa, where is Johnson? I haven't seen Johnson in a long time. Let's see, Ritzy says be creative. Carefully can do anything. Yeah, I know, exactly. That's one of the things that are great about people that have to struggle. A lot of times they learn to be creative to make, to get by, to do things. And I see it often here. I mean, I grew up not rich area, so I saw it, we did creative things there too. But I was thinking that I was going to say something. One day I'm outside, there's this guy riding a bicycle, and on the side he has attached his little business. So it's like welded to his bike, and I can't remember what he was selling. I think it might have been a bunch of products in there. But he's riding down the street with his bicycle, and he's got that welded to it, and he's like bringing those products with him. That's a pretty creative thing. That's pretty cool. Let's see, anything. If you didn't need it right, you didn't need it right. I didn't read it right? Oh, I didn't read it right. Be creative. Creativity can do anything. Anything. Yeah. Creativity can do anything, and you said anything. I think I read it a little bit off. I think. Let's see. I read creative, and you said it as carefully. I said creative, and you said it as carefully. Oh, okay. I think you heard it as that. Well, maybe I did. Sometimes I do that. I think that's part of being old. Accidentally say the wrong thing. Because I've done that before. I know. It was a good game. Michael. Hey. It's pretty chill in here. Haven't seen any crazy stuff, so. We've been in here a while, too. Hold on, let me check my battery, see where it's at. Yeah, I can't see where it's at. I don't want to lose this, so I'll just plug it in. Should be pretty decent. I haven't seen any notifications about battery issue. So I got that plugged in, so we still stay strong. Try to catch up. Oh, by the way, Ram, I did watch the videos. I watched several videos about the news you were telling me about. And yeah, some of the dairy stuff. Yeah, I watched that. And I'm going to talk about it in a second, but I need to catch up with everybody's words. Michael, hi, Michael. Itchy. Hi, Michael, hi, Cam. What's up, hi? What's good? Okay. Yeah, so you asked me if I was watching his videos last time. I didn't, but I did since we last talked. What's up, Michael? Just said, bro. You about to say something? Don't want to interrupt you. Yeah, I found some great things. Great things? Ritzy, I'ma have to put you in timeout because you have been a bad boy. What? I guess there's some joking going on, I hope. What did I do? Just kidding. Okay. Had me worried. So, going back to what I was saying, I saw the videos, the Ram, he was talking about some of the criminal activity there in New Zealand. And what it is some young people there getting vehicles, even people like 11, 12 years old getting vehicles and driving them into businesses and robbing the places that they drive them into. Crazy stuff. And I saw some also around where, you know, they just go into business without running a vehicle into it and like just start stealing stuff, like raids like you were talking about. So yeah, I saw one with the dairy, and they even unalived, I guess that's what I'm supposed to say, unalived the shopkeeper at the dairy. I did, and you had mentioned that you happened to your dairy. And then I started thinking, is that his dairy? And then I started looking at some other stuff from New Zealand that was pretty interesting too. Some of the political things, and also this homeless guy. He was interesting. His name was, he had a nickname like Chappie or something like that. And that was interesting, that video. So yeah, I checked it out. Let's see what's here. It was pretty interesting stuff. Lehman Yin says, how cheaply can a hunker down in the Philippines? Not like in America at the moment. Yep, I can understand. And this is from Lehman Yin. Okay. Welcome, Lehman Yin. Welcome to our live here. And check out my channel on the Philippines. And you will learn about the culture. You'll learn about a lot of things, the people, the places, and everything. And I'm going to answer your question. So how cheaply can you hunker down in the Philippines? Not happy. All right. So currently, there's people that live on different amounts. Currently, I'm only living off about $300 a month. Now, when I came, I was living off more like $1,200 a month. But I didn't really think about my expenses at that time. I just had a great time. I had a very great time for $1,200 a month. So now at 300, I don't have a great time, but I live. And that's my point, is to keep it low. So we could detail things more. If you have specific questions, feel free to ask. And also, like I said, getting a lot of information out of my videos is good too. There's like stuff about medical there for Philippines. The culture is very important because it is a totally different world in the Philippines. And maybe you have questions. A lot of people like the romance stuff over here, you know, a partner. So maybe you have questions about that too. And I've got videos on there where I'm talking to people. People that are looking for someone is even on there. Yeah. So Ritzy says, hey, welcome to the party. And it's a fun group in here, by the way. Lehman are live. We're really cool. It's time to party. It's time to party. Party. I'm trying to remember, Ritzy, did you tell me, I don't think I ever heard your music jam, did I? That you were into. Some people told me to check out some videos of some African tribe too. I looked at some of that stuff too. That was, it's all right. It's interesting. I mean, they're out there eating monkeys, that tribe that they told me to go to. It's crazy. 500 subscribers, baby. It's time to party. Oh, did you get 500 subscribers, Ritzy? You probably did, because I think you were at 4 or something. Interesting. Pound Mikipino. Yeah, that's a good place to go. Pound Mikipino and see the videos. Just type in Mikipino. You can see me all over the freaking thing, all over your screen like crazy. My mom says, your face is all over your computer. What's wrong with you, boy? You shouldn't be showing your face like that. Like, hey, YOLO, you only live once. Let's see, one says, will you move to US again ever? There's a very good chance of that. There's a very, very good chance of that. Um, I keep telling people I'm going over there. I mean, there's people that want me to go back. And I, I don't exactly want to, though. It's the thing. So I don't really like to answer it because I'm trying to figure it out myself what I'm going to do. I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm going to do. But most likely, I have to. Most likely. I mean, that's the way it looks like. Because I'm not at an age, a retirement age, where I'm not getting any kind of income at all. So eventually, because I get no income, if I start making income off of YouTube, then things could be different. But other than that, or if there's some other way that I can make that happen or whatever, then maybe I would stay. I don't know how everything's going to turn out right now. Right now, it's a day by day. I'll hit you up. If I go there, brother. Okay, Lennon. Yeah, hit me up if you want to. If you go to my videos, you can throw in comments and we can talk through comments. Have a lot of people just do that. They're always talking to me in some video and they're putting in comments because it goes straight to my phone. I can see it as long as I'm around my phone. And that reminds me, Ritzy, I've been meaning to get back to your comments. Oh, I'm so sorry. Because this is the second live I've done since you asked me about when's the next live. I apologize about that. I really do. Ritzy. But seriously, you got 500 subs? Ozzy says, my friend would be looking for a woman for companionship. I prefer to be alone. I sort of feel that way now. And I've never felt that way. Like, just be alone. But, and I mean, you can meet tons of women. I mean, I could be alone and then all of a sudden, okay, I'll meet a woman, But yeah, can't beat as far as the friend finding the companion thing anywhere in the world, in my opinion. No, there's other places that are probably close, but it's amazing on that point. The Ram said, there's this guy who stands on the corner and yells out at them, and people say, Mosiah. Mosiah? I don't know about that one. But this guy, it has a very interesting story. And if I ever get down to the bottom of these comments, I can tell that story about the homeless dude over in New Zealand. It's pretty interesting. 500 subscribers, time to party. Party, Papa. Have you ever got a girlfriend at school age? At school age? Are you talking about back when I was in school? Did I get a girlfriend? Or are you talking about being over here and had a girlfriend that was school age? Because both of those are interesting questions. Let's see. Ozzy says, how hard is it to get a visa? I'm trying to remember. Oops, I hit something. A visa. How hard is it to get a visa? That's simple. It's one of the most simple countries on getting a visa. It's very simple. You automatically have a visa. So you don't need to do anything additional. Get that passport, unless they've changed rules, which I don't think they have. You could double check on it. But it should be automatic, and I want to say it's 90 days, automatic, 90-day visa. And then after that, you pay some, not a lot, but you pay some to keep staying extended every 2 months. It used to be every 6 months, but now it's every 2 months you have to extend it. Okay, Rob Faye. Hello, Rob. Welcome to the hood. My friend got ripped off by a Filipino woman, It's definitely possible. But marry her, she cleaned out 10,000 from his bank account. It's very possible, very very possible, because not all people in the world are good. So including here. Let's see. And the thing is, and my head's shining. I appreciate that. But the thing is, I always feel like people need to be intelligent about things. Don't be gullible. Let's see. Ritzy says it's okay. Ritzy says no. I don't get. Oh, you didn't get 500 subscribers. I have 258. Yeah. I can't remember if it was 2 something or 4 something. But so she's, I'm sorry, Ritzy's celebrating my 500 subscribers still. It's been like 2 days. Ritzy's a party animal. Let's see. And my head is shining. It's beautiful. Let's see. Ritzy says, when you were young. When I was young, okay. Ozzy says, oh, okay, I need to get a passport. Yeah, you do need to get the passport. And yeah, I would go ahead and get it as soon as possible so you don't have any problems. I mean, it does take a while. There is a way to get an expedited one, but that's pricey to get it expedited. So I would just try to get it, as soon as possible. And it's been, you're talking about February. I mean, I would get it. I would just go and get it August or September. That's what I would do. I mean, if I'm sure, I would just go ahead and get it August. That's what I would do. But let's see. As far as going back to Ritzy, when you were young, and I gotta go back to that question. Remember exactly what it said. Have you ever got a girlfriend at school age? Okay, yeah. Back when I was young, first girl I met, I was like 15. 15 years old was the first time I met a girl, and it was at the beach, and that was the first time I had a kiss. I was like 15 years old. And I was crazy about the way she looked. She had beautiful blue eyes. And beautiful black hair. And some people know this, my favorite colors are blue and black. So yeah. And as far as after that, well, she broke my heart too. Yeah. But after that, there was other girls that I dated when I was in high school. Yeah. One, I messed up that relationship, unfortunately, because I was crazy about that girl. I didn't mess around on her. Basically, what happened was I thought I was too poor for her, to be honest with you. I went out and took her on a date. The vehicle broke down. She even had to push it because it was a stick in order to have the vehicle, and she had to get to work, and I felt really bad about it. And, maybe a little embarrassed and everything. She was so beautiful. And because of all that, I decided I was going to find some money. I was going to get a good job, go back to her. I waited too long on doing it, on talking to her. And I didn't even tell her what I was doing, so I had her out of the loop. I guess she thought I was a creep for not talking to her, but she didn't really reach out to me. You got to think, we didn't have Messenger. We didn't have smartphones or anything like that. We had old school stuff for communication. So, yeah, that's the story. But I did get the good job eventually. It took a long time. I got back to her. But she did me wrong for what I did to her, which was stupid. But I was pretty stupid when I was young. Let's see, what else? Bro, you got a kiss at 15? When is your birthday? When is my birthday? It's this month. It's at the end of the month. Why do you have 4 eyes? because it's the better to see you in. Okay, I need to get a passport. Oh yeah, we already did that. So let's go back this way. Hello, Euros, or Giros. I'm not sure how to say it. Ram, retracted. Ritzy said, hello, Giros. Ritzy says, a girl asked me to, my phone's shaking because I'm shaking my leg. I say, a girl asked me to make a relationship yesterday. She was beautiful and good. Wow. Yeah, and you're at that age too. So what you gonna do? So what are you gonna do, Ritzy? You gonna go for it? Or you don't want to mess with it? Might be like Ozzy. Just want to live the simple single life. Oh, man. I'll tell her this. Let's see what Ritzy says. Asked her line speak that said, why do you have 4 eyes? Why do you have 0 eyes? Why do you have no eyes? I'm looking at your picture. I don't even see eyes. And your head is shining, and too bad your brain isn't working. Since you want to be rude, I'll just do it right back to you, buddy. Okay, so Ritzy says, when you are around me, I tell you this, when you are around me, it's brighter than the sun up in the sky. Oh, shucks. Remind me of that old cartoon where the person blushes and everything, the cartoons. It's a beautiful evening. Da, 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 da. Well, I hope you come, Ozzy. I hope you make it. I hope to meet you and everything, if he's still here. I'm letting him know that. He probably is. You always bring me, I mean, he's probably here. I don't know if he's probably coming. I don't know. He probably will, since he was talking about the passport thing. You always bring me a smile. I have a crush on you. Thank you. You always bring me a smile, too, because you're always peppy. Yep. The Ram says it's 2 o'clock in the morning right now. Holy mackerel. Is it that late? Let me look. Okay, it's 11 o'clock at night here. I thought we were in the same time zone. I guess not. Yeah, it's 10:47 right now here. You going to bed, Ram? Ritzy says, I did say that to you, but it got retracted, whatever it was. Never mind. I didn't say, oh, okay, I didn't. I appreciate all the support, guys. And let's see, I think this is Sampa's Kitchen. It says, search which dinosaur has 500 teeth. The Ram says, soon. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was interesting. As far as that homeless guy, basically, he's a young dude, I think in his 30s, white dude, and he looked very put together, clean cut kind of guy. And he was a delivery driver. Somebody stole his car, and he was actually sleeping in that vehicle. So he's a delivery driver sleeping out of his car. Somebody steals his vehicle. Then he couldn't do his work, so he was homeless. And what happened? He started a little business. That's what he did. So he decided, hey, I could sell coffee. So he got two kettles. I forgot how he got them plugged in and everything. But he got the two kettles to heat up the water, and he got two thermoses, and he was making coffee with those two thermoses and those two kettles. And then he starts making money off of this business. And he was making so much money that he was able to get like a storage space, but it wasn't exactly a storage space, but it looked similar, like, it was a small place. And he was able to spend that money on getting that place, and now he's got a place to stay, basically. But there's like no furniture in it or anything, but I thought it was an interesting story. Let's see, let me catch up. Richie said, I didn't say that to you, I said it to that girl as a song. Okay. Oh, that's cute. I also will say this to you. Oh, thank you. And this is to my papa, as I walk to your live with a bunch of problems, you give me a smile and give my questions answer. You are brightening my day up. Lots of love to my papa. I appreciate that. That's very heartwarming and a sweet, wonderful word you said to me, Ritzy. You do make me feel like a papa. Ozzy says, my biggest issue is the time of year I would be going. I take care of the snow removal here, and if we get a big storm, it would make it difficult for my nephew. You take care of the snow removal, make it difficult for your nephew. Maybe you guys can change the time you're going. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I understand. I'm sorry to hear about that. You still have your mom, Ritzy? The Ram says, see you tomorrow. Mickey, good night. I appreciate that, Ram. Hope you have a wonderful night, great sleep and everything. And thanks for coming in, man. Take care. Ozzy says, I plow the driveway. I mean, I think you're making excuses, Ozzy, because you could get somebody else to plow the driveway. You could, pay somebody, let them do it. Nah, I mean, I can sort of understand it, but it's, you could do that, though. It's probably expensive to do that over there, the service on work and everything. But see, that's the great thing. You go here, if you're here, you go get a haircut, about $1, but normally between $1 to $2. US, $20. It's crazy. Massage, instead of paying $100 or $200 in the US, here you get and these are awesome haircuts and massage. In my opinion, the Asians here do it better than the people over there. But the massage, like about $10, It's just awesome. My mom is alive, about my papa. Okay, I'm listening. Oh, I just asked if your mom was alive, and I'm sorry to hear about your dad. I just bought and thank you for the hearts. I just bought a new truck with a plow. Wow. Man. Like, paid for? Because if you bought it paid for, that's very rare over there in the U.S. Yeah, I doubt you bought it paid for. Ritzy says, what? My dad is alive. Oh, I thought you said, you're talking about your grandpa. Ritzy's calling me old as a grandpa. But actually, I could be a grandpa. I'm not, but I could be. I call him a papa. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your grandpa. Yeah, pay cat. Wow, Ozzy. Wow. Wish I could do that. 25 Silverado. Man, I don't know how much vehicles are over there now, but that's a lot. I know that. No. I call you Papa because you have the face of my real Papa. Oh, okay. I feel honored. Joseph says, good afternoon. What's up? What's up, Joseph? Welcome back. 70K? I wasn't even thinking that high. When I was thinking about it, I was thinking, what, maybe 50, 55, maybe? I don't know. Wow. 70K. Good gosh. And they have all the vehicles here. You have Ford dealerships here. You have, but Silverado is a Chevrolet. Honestly, I haven't seen the Chevrolet dealerships here, but I'm sure they have it. I think I did see one time over in Manila. Now that I think about it, I mean, they have Bentley dealership. They have like Lamborghini dealership. They have Toyota dealerships. A lot of those. Long story on the vehicle. Yeah, well, I got you. Ram says, Joseph, what's up? Joseph says, I have an old Nissan Patrol I bought for $50,000. I don't even know what a Patrol is. 6 years ago. I'm trying to figure out where Joseph's from, and I started making a list of where people's from. Joseph, can you tell me what country you're from? I have this list so I won't forget it. I'll put it down on the list this time. Can you make a community post? Community post about what? And the Ram says, haha, it's me, I'm back. I know, I was thinking that. I thought he went to sleep. But I've done that before. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do this, or I am going to do this, and then I change my mind. I do it all the time, actually. Post community. I do have a post community. Right now, I have a post community. Let's see, I don't have much in it. I'm from East Africa. All right, I'll write that down. DG Bioti, East Africa. Oh yeah, you told me. Yeah, that's that small country. You said it had people from. It had an army. Had two armies. It had one. Well, no, it had three armies. I think USA, China, and France. The three armies. And I was like, that's sort of weird to have the U.S. and the China army in the same country. Really, I'll check. I meant the community that fans can post things. Oh, I see. I'll have to look into that, Ritzy. I'll make a note of looking into a community post for all. I'll check into it. Let's see, the Ram says, the time I'm going to sleep for real. See you, Joseph, Ritzy, Michael, and Mickey. Bye. All right. See you as well. Hope it works out this time. Stay strong. Let's see. Post community. Okay, have a good night. See you around. Warning notification. Okay, we got some crap, someone created some mess. Actually, I need to get rid of it, whatever it is. See, when people are gullible, like that person was talking about the Philippines thing. Oh shoot, I'm hitting the wrong button. Dag, now I done forgot how to get rid of stuff. Oh, there it is. We will hide user on there. Okay, there you go. Yeah, he's spamming. But yeah, if you're gullible, you could be used by people, period. You know, no matter what country, the US, get phone calls and stuff all the time. You know, one cool thing over here in the Philippines that they've got it set up. I'm trying to recall everything. I think there's less spamming over here, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. As far as phone call stuff, they've got it set up where it's less spamming than the US, I believe. But anyway, I used to have a Philippines phone number too, but I decided to start saving money, and I stopped doing that. I got rid of that, you know, having to deal with paying for that. So, but yeah, that's my experience from being here compared to the US. There was more spamming going on over there through the phone, calls, text, and that kind of thing. All right, bye, Ram. And yeah, actually, he got his account banned. I reported him. Oh, you're talking about that that one? Okay, that's good. Be honest with you, I report people all the time outside of this, you know, other things that I'm on and everything. I report people all the time. Did you have ads in your YouTube in the Philippines? Because here, there is no ads before videos. Well, here's a question. Have you watched any of my long videos, and have you seen any ads on it? Because, I mean, basically, I can give you my experience here. Being in the Philippines, people are going to see my ads. Yeah, they're going to see my ads unless they pay for those special privileges, whatever they're called, some kind of membership or something. I used to have that, actually. Premium. There's premium, and here's something else interesting. A lot of people don't know this, and I don't know if it's available in every country, but there's also premium light that is a lot cheaper that you can get to get rid of ads on everything but music, from what I understand. And I think it's like half the price of the premium light. Still get rid of the ads on like videos like I got, but not the music stuff. Did you have ads in? Okay, I just talked about that. So I'm wondering if you went to one of my long videos, and if you see any ads, I'm wondering if it would show up. And I don't know about that. I don't know if it would or not. But in the Philippines, yeah, it shows up. I'm sure in America it shows up. And the way it works is YouTube on the American side, they tend to make more money than the ads that they put from the Philippine side, and they run local ads of Philippine stuff. Let's see. Ritzy's doing H3 glitching. H3, how's the reception? Is the reception okay? I'm still sort of learning since they put in this new system where reception's good and where it's bad. So if I have bad reception, let me know so I can move to another spot in the house or room, whatever. Advertise have nothing to gain in Africa. I, you know, I think it may depend on the country in Africa because Congo, right? I heard Congo is pretty on the wealthy side, is what I heard, on the wealthy side. And then, I know there's a lot of countries that are not on the wealthy side. Nigeria, I think, might be sort of on the wealthy side too. Maybe, sort of. I don't know how much. But anyway, someone was talking to me about Congo being on the wealthy side. I don't know. And South Africa, I think, might be too, because I knew somebody that had a bunch of property in South Africa. Ritzy, it's okay. Joseph equals Joseph. Joseph plus Ram equals X. G plus Ram equals X. Joseph, Ritzy's like creating some kind of YouTube calculus in here. Mikipino Vlogs times Mikipino Vlogs equals Mikipino Vlogs. That's funny. Huh. That reminds me of like the power to the second power kind of thing. Something I thought about was, man, I would love to learn some kind of great specialty that they have over in the US, like a class like that people have a difficult time with, like biology. They have difficult time with calculus, geometry, those kind of things, of science, engineering stuff, right? And they pay very well to tutors. So the tutors over there can make like $40, $50 an hour. Or maybe I should say $30, $40, $50 an hour. Something like that, if you're really, really smart in those areas. So I've been thinking about, since I'm over here, if I do go back there to work, maybe study really, really hard on one of those areas and go back over there and doing that. The only problem is, not because I'm old and I can't think, but the only problem is, I'm going to catch up on the messages, I'll finish the story, is that I'm wondering if I'm into physics, right? I think physics would be my best one out of all those specialty things. But I'm wondering, and y'all might know, someone in here might know, if I'm studying physics, you think it would require a lot of, and the reason I say I don't know is because I had a really basic physics class I took. It's like concepts of physics. But anyway, I'm wondering if it would have a lot of calculus, algebra, that kind of stuff, if there would be a lot of it in there. Because if it does, then I'd probably have to learn a lot of that stuff, is what I was getting at. It's just, and I thought it was interesting to tell that to people, because I think it would be interesting for people to know, because I've told some people here and they're like surprised how much you can make in the U.S. Joseph says, let me catch up, advertise. Okay, I already read that. I'm doing dome math or something like that. Let's see, that's math. That math is pretty accurate. I'm the ultimate one guy from school. E equals MC squared. Energy equals past 2 times speed of light squared. Energy equals past. Oh my goodness, man. It must be getting late because you're making my brain not work. Let me see what time it is now. It's 11:08. 11:08 at nighttime here in the Philippines. Anybody got any interesting questions or statements to make, or want to talk about what's happening, where they're at, or anything like that? It's mass, not pass. It's mass, not pass. For some reason, I want to say gas, but that would just make it last. And maybe it won't stop. My uncle paid for his bachelor degree, and now he's getting paid $2,000 per month. You said he paid for his bachelor degree? He didn't earn it? He just paid for it? And now he's getting $2,000 a month? Crazy? $2,000 a month where? In Africa or another country? I mean, how? How does all that happen? It's you're giving me some things, but some things I have to try to figure out. Let's see, it's 2040 here, 1040 over in Sri Lanka. Really? Wow. 1040. Can we talk about rejected Austrian painter? If you want to, what do you want to say about it? I'm waiting to see if Joseph answers me about. I'm wondering about that. It sounds like he bought a degree and didn't go to school for it, and then now he's getting that $2,000 a month, which is crazy. Probably in Africa, most of Africa or half of Africa or whatever, but so it sounds like maybe he's in another country doing that. I wonder what he's doing. He went in India for a year. He came back with a oh, okay. Wow. He sounds like he's pretty smart in order to get a 4-year degree in 1 year. What is his work? Let's get into talk. Can we talk about Ritz? He says yes. Michael Y. Michael Y? Michael Y. I don't even think Michael's in here. We're going to. I guess we'll close down soon. Is Ozzy, you still in here? Or you already left? Looks like a couple of people are pretty quiet. Oh, Michael is in here. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Just chilling. So what's his job, Joseph? Or degree? I'm wondering if he got a job that's related to his degree. Because a lot of people don't. Pizzanini's here. I never heard of Pizzanese. I've heard of, what's those paninis, those sandwiches. But I'm listening. Okay. Joseph said, no, he paid an Indian university in exchange of a diploma, because in Africa, they don't do background checking. So, I mean, you said it took him a year, but it sounds like he didn't go through the whole thing and he just wound up getting it, and he's got some job. You know what the job is what I'm wondering. I hope he's not a medical doctor. I'm sure he's not a medical doctor. I don't know, he might be. You never know. They get people busted quite a few times over in the U.S. that say they find out they're being doctors and they have no schooling on being doctors, no education on it. So I guess it's possible. It's a real word. Try to find it. Okay, I'll try to find it. I'll try to Google that and see what happens. Pound underscore 9 backspace and then like an ant symbol. Okay. Let's see what comes back. The string is not a standard command or expression. It appears to be a combination of characters, including the ant symbol, an underscore, the number 9, and question mark, and an ampersand. It doesn't have a specific meaning in common programming language, operating systems, or online platforms. It's usually a user-generated string or a placeholder. So it's a user-generated string or a placeholder. I see something else popping up. National Socialized. Socialized. He works for the government on city sanitation projects. What country, or is it on the continent Africa? What country or continent? You might not, I mean, maybe you're thinking I shouldn't give it away or whatever. So what continent or country? Okay, don't talk to me. I'm looking at what you gave me, and I'm looking at the search results and seeing if there's anything else interesting from it. Ritzy. Let's see, no, you're every time like that, Pete, Papa. Samula, this is alive. Samula, this is alive. Okay. Let's see, he lives in, okay, same area. 2,000 there, wow. I don't know what it's like there. I mean, you got the military stuff there, so it's probably not too bad. But still, I mean, 2,000 here would be crazy amount. You'd be like a rich person, 2,000 here. Let's see, call me on WhatsApp, dude. Send Samula. Samula. I don't know who Samula is. I don't want to. All right, I'm gonna be closing down, guys. Richie, I'm gonna be closing down. It's getting late. It's time for me to get some sleep. And Joseph, and thank you for coming in. Ozzy, thank you for coming in. If anybody else is in here, thank you for coming in. Papa, I'm sorry. Oh, you're good. It's just time for me to go sleep, though. You're good. So actually, my friend also have this account. Good night, Ozzy. Have a good night. Thank you, Joseph. Good night. And thank you, Ozzy. Has this account? What account? That thing said is not me. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I've seen some of that hacking type stuff happen on accounts. So it's always possibilities with stuff. Good night. All right, MF, hello. Have I seen you before? Looks familiar. Anything? I have seen you before. Okay. Where'd you see me at? Did you see me at the 7-Eleven? MF? Or did you see me here on live or somewhere else? Did you see me here on live probably? I think I've seen you on live before. Yep. Matt, you're from India, right? Am I right? India? Sounds familiar, but I don't know if I'm right or not. Papa, my friend, I'd rather not share. Oh, okay, well, that's fine. Papa, my friend, also have this account from his phone. He is a bread with me. Sorry. No problem. But I am about to go to bed, Is there something you needed to talk about before I close out the live? Bye, Ritzy. Take care. Do they speak Spanish in Philippines? Do they speak Spanish? The Tagalog language in the Philippines, there is a lot of Spanish in that language. But they don't speak like full Spanish. But there's a lot of Spanish in the language. So if you know Spanish, you've already got a head start on learning the rest of the language. I'm in the Philippines a month, and it's about almost 11:30 here. Lots of love. Take care, Ritzy. What traditional food is in the Philippines? You got adobo. You got adobo. That's the most traditional, that and rice. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Yeah, me too. I speak a mix of Somali and French. Awesome. I had a good friend from Somalia I used to work with, and he was a super nice guy. And had a cool name too. But oh yeah, I remember his name, Cassetti. Let's see. Really nice guy. He winded up moving somewhere else, and so yeah, I moved over here, and I think hold on, stream ends in 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye. Have a great day. You too, Amanda. Take care. Take care, Ritzy. Good night, one. Good night, everybody. Peace. Or good day.